Mike, here we go.
We got 5 people.
Are we live? Are we live? Oh, Lauren, you gotta get. What's going on, guys? We are live up in here. All right, how we doing? Welcome to the Guardian Report. All right.
What's up, everybody?
How we doing?
Look at this.
Hopefully
Ooh,
we
it
sound
looks
good.
so
Hopefully everything's running smoothly. All right, we're trying our best out here to get this shit going. I'm looking at it on the stream, and I think it looks all right. Say what's up. Let us know you're in the chat. If anything does go wrong or some audio hiccups or anything like that, just be sure to let us know in the chat. We can get that fixed up. First episode, we're doing it remotely because of Corona. And
But Corona can't stop us from getting the pepper, baby.
Dude, oh my God, I forgot my pepper. One moment. Dutch, let them know what's up, though. I'm still, you can still hear me.
While Decon's getting his Dr. Pepper because he needs the fuel so we can get that wagon.
Look at the pepper.
We're bringing to you a new format. Hopefully, like we talked last episode of Going Flawless, we're discontinuing that for the time being. Bring you this new format.
Dr. Pepper, baby.
Hopefully, give you the same amount of information in a short period of time. Keep you guys engaged and lighten it up a little bit, give you something new, show you what we're working with out here.
Yeah, so new format. What's up? Yeah, so we're not on it yet, but that's fine. So when we get on it, you're just going to stop it and reset it. We got some new features coming in, guys. As you can see, we got a new overlay. Let's go through it. We're going to be doing, so basically the whole thing is we're going to be doing 7 topics a day or per episode. And as you can see, they're highlighted on the right, so you guys will know what's coming up and what to get excited for. And basically, what? If I spelled something wrong, guys, I'm sorry. Okay, but it is what it is. So, whatever. Guardian.
GUA.
Dude, I'm dyslexic. Okay, guys. So yeah, I spelled the title of our show wrong. It's not important. I got it in the title right, just not on the graphic. Anyway, wow, that's embarrassing. That's going to be up there for fucking 35 minutes. Can't wait. So we got a shorter segment here. And basically, it's going to be 7 topics at 3 minutes apiece. We're going to run through them real quick and make sure you guys are commenting along what your thoughts are. We kind of have a question for each one that's kind of in-depth and goes into it. And we're going to have a timer up. We got Lauren here running as a producer. She's going to be running the clock and everything. So we're working on the new clock stuff. We got lots of fun stuff going on, but hope everything's been good, and hope you guys enjoy. So without further ado, Mike, should we get right into it? We good?
All right. So first topic of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is Gambit. So let's jump right in. So my biggest part with that is we have raids. We're having the Master, Grandmaster Nightfalls. We have trials for PvP. Does Gambit need a revamp at the end game level? And what are your thoughts on that, Decon?
Well, I would say that yes. Like, as far just because it's not really, there's no real point to play it right now. There's not like once you've hit Pinnacle Gap and you don't need that one powerful reward, there's no reason to go play it, especially with Trials back. That kind of put Crucible back on the map. Comp was always there, but I don't understand why there's not just a competitive mode. I'd love to see a competitive mode. We've talked about this before on our old show, Going Flawless. There should be a competitive mode. You should be able to reap high rewards from that. I'd love to see almost, dude, even maybe like you could go about it anyway, but even like a Trials format maybe where, I don't want to copy Trials like spot for spot, but maybe like 7 games in a row of Gambit and you got to win 7 in a row, and like the same exact format would be sick. Just another incentive to play Gambit, add a Pinnacle reward or something. I know some people want to merge them. I think you were talking about that.
Yeah, I think there's little to no reason for me to play Gambit right now. Honestly, like it's one of my favorite game modes. I've got the Dredgen title, Reckoner title. I have multiple sets of the notorious gear sets, which add perks, but there's really no reason for me to play. At the Pinnacle level, there needs to be a Pinnacle reward in Gambit. And maybe they need to remove, maybe there's too many choices. Maybe there's Gambit Prime. Maybe they should merge them into a hybrid Gambit experience. But there's no reason for me to play that after you get through the power. I mean, I guess if you want to have fun, which, I mean, I guess playing game is all about having fun, but I don't know.
I like the game mode a lot, but
I think it's great.
But yeah, I mean, I think an incentive to play would go a long way. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Be sure to be going along with us, guys, as we're going through. If you guys have thoughts or ideas, drop them in there, and we want to hear from you guys the whole way through, basically. So let us know what you guys are thinking. Yeah, that'll help us out. Gambit Prime
I can't see the timer, by the way. So you gotta let me know when the topic is.
Yeah, I can't see the timer either. I mean, I have it on my feed, but we probably got like a minute. What? Yeah, it's okay.
Lauren needs to go ding.
Yeah, you should give us like a little 30-second alert. Just hear Lauren like yelling in the background. But no, so yeah, I mean, I agree. Gambit Prime competitive would be sick. Need to get armor again. Yeah, and also like the same incentive for like going. We've talked about this before too. Like, there's no real reason to go get the different sets, which I never did that because I didn't play Season of the Drifter. But that'd be a lot of fun if they brought something back that made it worth. Like, I'd love to go grind out those sets and kind of coordinate with the team, and you'd have like your homies that you party up with, and you gotta like all play your role.
Or if you could use those sets and bring those sets over to regular Gambit, just give people a shellacking in regular Gambit. I mean,
yeah, for
really,
sure.
that would be the best thing.
Either way, I'd love to see something, and like once again, they don't have to make it from scratch. It's already built into the game. And just something to revitalize that content, because that's just such a big world of Destiny that just really isn't getting utilized right now, in my opinion. But yeah, totally great job. That's that one on topic number 1. Let's roll. Let's keep rolling, baby. Topic number 2, we're gonna talk about pinnacles. Are there enough sources, and would adding more pinnacle drops keep players engaged in the endgame? What are your thoughts on that, Dutch?
So there's two different sides in my theory. I think there definitely needs to be more sources for pinnacle drops or some type of pinnacle protection, because I'm tired of going into the raid every single week and getting Prophet of Doom and the auto rifle, what's it, Reckless Oracle and Zealot's Reward, even though I praise that.
All energy, Garden of Energy, baby.
Yeah, I mean, where's my heavy ammo? Like, if I get a heavy ammo, or not a heavy ammo, if I get a heavy pinnacle this week from my Nightfall or my Nightmare Hunt, that's going to boost me at least 2 or 3 levels. Like, I'm just waiting on that, and I'm tired of. There needs to be some type of protection, and I need to be able to get heavy. But also, I mean, the other side of that is if you just give away pinnacles, then everyone's max level.
Yeah, I mean, very true. I agree, kind of. I think that the amount of pinnacles in the game isn't bad right now, because I don't want too many where you can just like cap out super fast. Like right now, it's a pretty good level, especially with how it was really bad before when you could only gain 1 level. But last season they changed that where you could gain, or 2 seasons ago, where you could gain 2 like above 2. You know what I mean? 2 above. So that, I mean, right now generally we're gaining like 2 levels ish a week if your RNG's on your side, which I think is a good pace. Like we'll be 110. I know some people were 110 this week already. Next week I'll be 110, which is the effective max, or 1010. Sorry. But I think that's pretty fair. About a month in, you could hit the potential max. I think it's good for content, especially with the Grandmaster Nightfalls coming out. Like, you don't want it to be too hard where you can't get to cap till the very end of the season, and then you're limited on what content you could play strictly because you can't make the power levels. But it also doesn't make it so week 1 you're capped out. So I like that. But like you did say, with the arrangement of which guns you can get pinnacle, like Garden of Energy, where you just feel like you come out of there with energies every fucking. I literally am like, I don't think I've ever come out of there and not gotten an energy weapon. Where like,
I got
it's
a
not a
chest
single
piece
heavy.
last
You know what I
week.
mean? The only options for heavy is like your Nightmare Hunt, your Nightfall, and your fucking what? Not even your Trials. Your Trials is guaranteed slot, so who knows what that's gonna be. What else? What are you laughing at? What's Lauren laughing at? Oh, she has an air. The air. Did you guys
Nice.
hear that even?
I like
Did you hear
that.
Lauren, Duke said hit up the air horn. That's lit.
Just hit that.
We'll work on some sound effects and stuff too, where Lauren can. We need to get Lauren a mic so she can just fucking. We definitely could do that now. So we'll work on that. But yeah, so those are my thoughts. Any last second thoughts real quick before we move on to the next topic, Dutch?
No, I mean, we pretty much hit it. You know, there needs to be some type of protection, or I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I haven't really given it too much thought besides like giving a protection, because I'm just tired of getting energy weapons. I got an energy weapon this week, for instance. Before we switch to topics, I got an energy from my Nightfall.
Yep.
I got an energy from my Nightmare Hunt, and then we went into the raid, and I literally the only piece of armor I got was a chest piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
POH is guaranteed armor. Yep, that is true. I agree with that. That's normally useful. Just for the level, not for the roll. The armor sucks, but we've talked about that before.
yeah, but I don't really need armor. I need a heavy weapon. So I don't know.
Lee also said, I think number of pinnacles is good, but the protection would be nice. Yep, I agree. Zach said, add a girl with the air horn. Hell yeah, we'll work on that. Make sure we get something super pumped, super hyped. So yeah, on to the next topic. Dutch, you want to go ahead and introduce this one?
Next topic, trials. So I'm a big fan of trials, and I don't want to complain about it too much but I've noticed a lot of higher end players farming the first 4 levels. I know Bungie has addressed that, and it kind of makes your first 4 games a little bit harder than 5, 6, and 7.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's definitely discouraging when you can't get out. How are you going to go flawless if you can't break the 4 tier? If you lose a game in your first 4, you might as well reset anyway. Yep. So it's kind of brutal. I know a lot of people were getting stuck on 3 and 4 games last week. We managed to break out, and our 5th and 6th games seemed to be easier than our first 4 matches. Although we didn't hit flawless. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that tonight.
Yep.
But I mean, I don't know. It seems discouraging. Maybe not for higher end players, but definitely new light players or players just dabbling in trials. Like how are you? What are you supposed to do?
I mean, I hear everyone, and I get it, especially if you're not going for flawless or you're not maybe good enough and you're just trying to get like your 5 wins. You know what I mean? You're already struggling to get your 5 wins against like average players, let alone having to face a better team. But if you're going for flawless, in my opinion, like I want to face those teams in the 1 to 4. Like, because if they're resetting at card 4, like everyone's bitching about it. They're resetting at 4, and I just play people that are really good at 2 and 3 and 4, game 2, 3, and 4. I'm like, great, because that's where the fuck I want to see them. Like, if you lose to them on game 2, cool, reset. You only wasted 2 games, whatever. Like, and that keeps them out of your 5, 6, and 7. Like, I want to see them in 2, 3, and 4. I don't want to play bad kids, get to 5, and then play a good kid, or play good kids back to back to back, because if they're going the full distance, that's who you're going to play. You know what I mean? And now you've wasted 5 or 6 games on a card, and then you have to reset. You know what I mean? You're only getting in a couple cards. Whereas if you can just beat those guys straight up or get your way through those first 4 games, then ideally, if they're all resetting, then none of them are playing in the 5, 6, and 7. So it's great. It's easier to make it that last distance. And ideally, it should be easier to go flawless. Like, that's my opinion of it. Like, I get people being upset that they're playing difficult people in the beginning. And like I said, if you're not going for flawless, then cool. But I don't want to see those kids at fucking 5, 6, and 7. Don't fucking... Like, yeah, fuck yeah, stay in games 1 through 4. And then like the bad kids who can fucking make their way to 5, 6, and 7, I'll play them. Fucking let's go. Don't fucking see me at game. I don't want to see them at game 7. That's exactly when I don't want to see them. So
and ideally, if you can't beat those kids in matches 1 through 4, you're not going to be.
Yeah, like and if anything, it's like good practice. Like we play. There we go. That's our horn right there. But I mean, if anything, it's good practice. You know what I mean? Like if you can't beat them, then how are you going to beat games 5, 6, and 7? You know. So if anything, maybe take it as a learning experience. I know it's frustrating, but try and get better. Work with your team, and I don't see a problem with it. I actually like it when people are farming.
And maybe what they need to do is implement the chess.
Yeah.
You know, once you go flawless and when you're 7 games, if you keep playing on that flawless card, maybe you gain more tokens. That's my take.
Yeah, give an incentive for sure. I think I'd like to see that. And yeah, just a last minute thought. I know for the extra XP card that you can take the passage, it gives more XP the further you go, like per win. I don't know why the token one doesn't work like that either, where if you win a game 7, you would get a lot more than you would get when you win game 1. Like it should progress as well with your card because your games are worth more. They're harder. So let's see, just real quick. Lee said, I haven't gotten to 3 wins this week. It's been rough. Lee, hit us up. We could play a card or 2 and try and get you through at least a 3 or 4, 5, maybe 7, depending on how we're doing. But we can definitely try and help you out with that. I ran with Villainous and Dark Guy yesterday. We had some success getting them to 3 and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, hit us up. Hit the Discord. Let's see. He said, I'm not going flaw. Destiny needs crossplay in the worst way.
Yeah,
Can't
definitely.
disagree. That'd be good. The only thing I don't want to see is like mouse and keyboard kids coming in, and like that's where it gets interesting. I know
Yeah, because we'd
Fortnite
get
had a lot
spanked
of
by those
issues with
kids.
that, especially with the building aspect of that. So that would be potentially an issue. But I'm not going flawless. Appreciated. I haven't even stepped into trials yet. I'll get around to it. Power, yeah, we'll get you in there, baby. But yeah, on to the next topic. We've got the Nightfall, big topic for the week. Maybe the biggest fucking strike / PvE incentive of play that we've had in a long time. So basically, for those who don't know, the Nightfall is currently bugged right now. You've got the rest of today until tomorrow morning on reset to go and farm it out. And you basically get double rewards from your champion reward on topics or from Legend and higher. So Legend and Master. Master is stupid hard this week. So, I mean, if you want to try and do that. But if you're just getting in there, you can farm out exotics, farm out prisms, enhancement prisms. What? Yeah, I already started it. Oh, all right. Well, we got a little longer clock on this one, but no worries.
Good, because we got a lot to say,
We got a
okay?
lot to say out here. What? You good? It's all good.
Yeah, so
Okay.
basically, I don't know if it was a bug or if, I mean, this is the first Nightfall that we've seen that's had all 3 champions. We haven't seen past it's Unstoppable or Barrier, or we've also seen Barrier and Overload. So this is the first one that we've seen that has all. I don't know if they accidentally put this strike in rotation. Maybe it was meant to be left for the Grandmaster difficulty,
Yep.
but I really enjoyed it, and it gave us two rewards at the end for hitting. Was it platinum? Hitting platinum.
Mm-hmm.
So
Platinum.
yeah, I don't know if that's how Grandmasters are going to work, where you hit platinum, you get double reward. But basically, I thought this, whether it was a bug or not, whether they should fix it or not, I kind of liked it because it made grinding those strikes fun. I was playing with Skills and Nintendo, and we grinded about 6 of them, and I got 5 exotics in 6 runs. And
Tell
at
'em
one
what the
point,
fuck
I
you
even
got.
got 2
Tell 'em what you
got
got.
2 transversive steps that dropped at 62
What a fucking dick.
from 1 run.
All right, I'm fucking tired of this shit. For those who don't know, I've been chasing transversive steps since Armor 2.0. I've farmed thousands of Nightfalls, and I've never gotten one with the new armor stat. I have a 48. It's my go-to for PvP, and he got 2 in one fucking night of farming.
They were
And I've
both
been
62.
farming, dude. Farming them for trying to get this shit. I know Nintendo's in the same boat. He was in the party with him too. Mike's, it's his 3rd ult. Not even his 2nd ult, his 3rd fucking ult. So I'm tired of this shit, dude. It's just
Yeah, but it
disrespect.
made the game fun. You know, I did get the reward that you've been chasing, and I don't. But it did make the game fun. Just for the you can run them in like 12 to 15 minutes, depending on, you know, we were getting progressively faster, but it's fun. You're running a strike as fast as you can, and it feels like you're actually getting rewarded for an activity, which a lot of the times you don't feel like you're getting that reward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think actually, speaking of, I mean, on the reward thing, I know we're getting double, so everyone was like incentivized, but I think Nightfalls are actually at a good place, in my opinion, with rewards. You know what I mean? That's like the only place that you can actually farm prisms, enhancement, exotics. Like, you can't do it anywhere else in the game. So I think if they could kind of take that model of difficulty and add it into other places, then that'd be good. So, yeah, no, that's dope.
Right on.
And yeah, like you said, it was very interesting that it was the first time we've ever seen 3 champions. So maybe that was a bug, that it was coming from the Grandmaster thing, or maybe they could just be starting to preview it with Grandmasters only being 2 weeks away. But definitely interesting new mechanic, because you had to have more people running, more guns to cover more champion types. So definitely a new style.
Right on.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead, Dutch. You want to cover
So
that?
there was also been some data mining that happened this week, and Siva was a big mention in that data mine. We do believe that is returning in some fashion. We know that Rasputin used it against the Iron Lords. Is this good or bad for our Guardians? Could he be using Siva to help us defeat the Cabal or the Almighty? Or is he going to use it against us in some fashion? Do you think this could be the main focus for next season, or possibly bring some sort of raid lair into the mix, or some sort of raid, or
Yep.
some type of mission like that?
Yeah, so I mean, right off the bat, I just want to say, like, the Siva raid, what was it called? What was the Siva raid?
Wrath of the Machine.
Yeah, Wrath of the Machine was one of my favorite raids I've ever done for sure. Big fan. That was we got Outbreak with that expansion. Like just the whole Siva. Maybe I just like Siva for that fact that the gameplay at that time and the content was just excellent in my opinion. And I'm excited to see it come back. I think it makes sense for next season with Rasputin being here as well because Rasputin created it with the Iron Lords. I think Iron Lords, a big, staple in the Destiny, what's it called? The Destiny world,
Lore.
The Iron Banner, Iron Lords, very popular among the player base. So I wouldn't be surprised if they brought that back kind of and played that narrative out. And obviously it's been data mined in the game. You've seen it now. People think Bungie's having enough problems getting their content into the game and putting out enough content on season passes. They're not wasting time putting shit in the game that's not going to be there. So I think it's pretty clear that's what we're going to get, especially with a Rasputin-based season this time. They're trying to tie all the seasons together, so it really does make sense to go that route.
Yeah, and I'd like to see it. There's a lot of Siva-based ornaments for armors right now. It would be nice to bring that back. They did where they actually took Earth and they kind of terraformed certain parts of the Earth with the Siva to make it look like it was taken over. So it would be cool to get another raid lair. We haven't had this year, and typically the way that they structure things, we should have had one with this season. So it would be really cool to see them close out the season with a raid lair or some type of quest that is Siva based, and hopefully Rasputin doesn't use that Siva to take against us, and like he did against the Iron Lords, and he used that. Maybe that's going to help take down that Cabal ship that's tumbling straight towards Earth.
Yeah. I mean, super excited. Definitely want to see that. I think we're running down on time. I'm going to there it is. Boom. I'm going to segment into the next one because it goes perfectly in. Zach just said, or Duke Bigums just said, next season for sure for the Siva. He doesn't think this one. Predictions out here. But he said, Fellwinter, he says he's predicting is going to drop 2 weeks before the new season, which will tie it all together.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Definitely a good thought. And that gets us into our next topic, Fellwinter's Lie. Dutch, you want to go ahead and start?
Yeah, so there was also in that Siva data mining, there was an ornament found. Destiny 1.
You just cut a little bit. Reset? Yeah.
You got me?
Yeah, you're good now. But yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, there was an ornament found in Winter's Lie. That was a shotgun that you could get from Iron Banner in Destiny 1. And it was jokingly considered a sniper. It was jokingly considered a sniper rifle because the range on Fellwinter's Lie with the right perks was just insane. And it would outrange Destiny 2's Mindbender's ambition.
Yep.
So
think about
I don't know if
chaperone range, but like normal shotgun.
Exactly, yeah. So do you think that they'll be bringing this gun back as a legendary or as an exotic? Hopefully we could be getting a Whisper or Outbreak type mission. I think that would be really good for the game.
Yep.
And, we need something like that in the game, I think.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that as far as the, bringing the gun back and having like the Whisper or a Outbreak perfected mission. That would be dope. Everyone loves the secret missions. They're always a huge hit. Would love to see that as well. I do question the gun itself. I mean, obviously, like I said, they're not putting things in the game that aren't coming. You know what I mean? They're not doing it for no reason. So there is an ornament, which means that the gun will be making a return, like 99% confirmed. But I do question, like you talked about the range, with trials and everything being back in the mix, I would hate to see them put a gun in there with stupid range like that again, where it would break the meta. I think we've talked about this as well. I think the meta right now for PvP is very balanced. I think the shotguns are at a good range. I think the fusions are at a good range. The snipers are good. I think everything's pretty well done in the special category. You could say
Scouts need love.
Auto rifles and some primaries need a little bit of retweaking, but I think in the special energy weapon category, I think things are pretty locked in my opinion. You can be effective with pretty much everything right now, and I would hate for them to put a shotgun in that breaks it down, kind of. You know what I mean? It makes all the other shotguns irrelevant, or makes,
What if they brought it back as an exotic instead of a legendary? That you have to use your slot to gain the range of a shotgun.
Yeah, but I don't really see exotic weapons even being like crazy huge as far as like weapon choice in PvP already. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the best guns are not exotic. You know what I mean? It's not like you're gonna have to like sacrifice something else, like maybe your Suros, but then you can just use like Summoner, or obviously Summoner's energy as well. But we're out of time. But you know what I mean? Like, I think there's plenty of trade-offs. You don't need to use Suros. You don't need, you know what I mean? Same thing with Bastion and Arantil. You know what I mean? They're very trade-offable. So if there was an exotic that was, I know a lot of people have run their fucking heavy as the exotic and want to use that like once or twice a game. So,
Maybe.
yeah, I don't think that there's a huge need, like requirement for exotics. Like you're not losing like a huge trade-off there. If it was crazy better than all the other shotguns. See, anyone have any thoughts on that? Yeah, Zach said, thanks, babe. Its range was nutty because of shot package and range finder role.
Yeah, shot package doesn't exist in Destiny 2.
What
He's
was
right.
shot package again? I don't even remember that.
Yeah, let me pull that up real quick.
Oh, Zach said facts, not predictions. Was that confirmed? I didn't even read that.
Well, let's hope it is.
Oh, well, that's dope. Okay. Fell winner 2 weeks before the end of the season. You heard it here first. Courtesy of 4-0 Game's very own Duke Bigums.
Shot package was a weapon perk only available to shotguns. It decreased the spread of your pellets while aiming down sights.
Would they maybe drop that back in as the
exotic perk? Ooh, shot package exotic perk. Yeah, that would be dope.
I mean, we've seen them introduce guns with the old roles anyway as a new gun. You know what I mean? Like as they put in new guns, new roles. So it could just come out as a normal perk as well. It wouldn't have to necessarily be the intrinsic, but we'll see.
Also, guys, before we keep moving on to our next couple topics, we do have the Postmaster segment coming up. If you'd like us game or personal or whatever, please post those in comments now. That way, when we get to that in a few minutes, we have some questions to answer for you guys.
And just drop like maybe Postmaster with a colon so we know that that's for that segment. Any questions you have about the game, personal, like Mike said, that'd be useful. But let's get into our final topic out here. Last thing we're going to talk about is hidden bunkers. So there was some more talk about a potential hidden bunker that was found this was all data mined as well, that would have, instead of a max level of 7, it would have a max level of 20. So the current bunkers right now, they max out at 7. This new one would be like the bunker of all bunkers, the honed it down, Rasputin's heart, his core.
The wagon of bunkers.
The wagon of the bunker, okay? The Dr. Pepper cave, okay? So that was kind of brought up, and there's a lot of speculation around that. Dutch had some ideas about it. If you wanted to get into that, Dutch, let them know what you think.
Yeah, so last season, I'm just relating this to last season. Last season we had all of the obelisks. There was 3 different obelisks on 3 different planets, and then they ended up with a tower obelisk. So I'm wondering if there's going to be a 4th bunker in the tower that we might have to go bust. Or I know there was some Fellwinter's Peak. There were some pictures of that introduced in the game. That was on April Fool's Day that I saw those pictures. So I don't know if that was just a tease or if that was something that should be taken seriously. But I'm assuming that this season is going to have its Empyrean Foundation type event, and that a 4th bunker, the fact that you can level it up to 20 to reap its rewards, maybe you can keep leveling it up past that. We still haven't had our Quarters of Time type hidden activity yet, and I'm assuming that we will still get something like that. I will be very upset if we don't. But I'm thinking that something like that. What'd you say? Go ahead.
Fellwinters possibly.
One more time, sorry.
Fellwinters possibly by the end of the
season?
season.
Exactly. Fellwinter's Peak. So hopefully the 4th bunker, that will be our, instead of donating tons of Fractaline like we did last season, maybe we have to donate our Warmind bits instead. Not sure. Hopefully they have something up their sleeves for that, but I think that would definitely be a good thing. To segue into next season, I did really like the Empyrean Foundation a lot. I liked how it, we donated to resurrect the tower, to bring trials back. So I would like to see something like that in the game. I know we've touched base on that in the past, but the closer we get, we do seem to be getting some hidden things that are being data mined, and it is starting to bring those theories to life.
Yep. And I agree. I would like to see a community event, but not necessarily like, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something like Imperium Foundation, but I would be kind of disappointed, to be honest, if I don't want just another thing where we're just donating, you know what I mean, where they're kind of just repeating things. I'd like to see like a secret mission, or I want to see some diversity. I don't want it to be like every season we're just donating whatever this season's currency is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. They do have kind of an idea of kind of reinventing the wheel. You know what I mean? So,
copy and paste.
I would like to, try and see something different, something new. I hope we're not just all donating bits again towards an end reward. Or if that is something, I hope there's something that goes along with it that's not just kind of a repeat. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's very cool. Any last second thoughts on that? Back to last topic, Zach said, what if shot package only activates on trigger hold and uses 2 rounds balance? Could be. Possibly. Let's see. Yeah, because you wouldn't be able to really use that. I mean, it would help break the Crucible because you wouldn't be able to you wouldn't have enough ammo to spam it out. But it'd be interesting. Winner's Peak confirmed. April Fool's joke. Are you guys just spitting fake facts out here, or are you guys fact checking this? What are your sources? All right. So, yeah, cool. Yeah. Well, let's get into the next segment, the Postmaster, baby. No timer on this one. I don't see anything posted, and I know our chat is delaying quite a bit, like 30 seconds on the feed, I think. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, be sure to let us know. And in the future, we're going to be taking these questions from the Discord. So we're going to have in the normal chat, just make sure you're posting your questions there throughout the week. If something comes up at the top of your mind that you want to cover, or you see something cool, or something comes up, you do a new build that you want us to talk about, anything like that. Anything you guys want us to talk about on the show, that's what the Postmaster segment is for. So we should have those kind of lined up beforehand next show, now that we kind of get this thing rolling. Yeah. Zach said to spell correctly, and then I can question his sources. Fair enough. All right.
Yeah, can't dispute that. So I did open a channel called Guardian Report in the Discord today. We changed our Going Flawless discussion page to Guardian Report. So if you guys have questions, that's definitely the spot.
So we'd like to have them kind of lined up, and then we can put them on the screen and stuff too, and get your guys' answers as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, and if you're not in the Discord, be sure to join. It's all over the place. It's in the link in our video bios. It's not in this link, unfortunately, this week. And we need to work on getting our description up. Technical was everything this week, so we'll be a little more prepared with our content and our spelling next week, you bitches. Right? So,
you dirty bitches.
Yeah, guys. So this is kind of the new format. Oh, and the last
segment we'll do shared wisdom. So I'll go ahead and just give you guys a little rundown of shared wisdom. Cool name. Before you log off of Destiny, what's the last thing you do? You get your fire team of 6, you head to the tower, and you get
your bounties.
And you watch your level skyrocket from 126
take off
to
like a
132.
wagon on wheels, all right? Like a wagon with flaps flapping in the wind.
The flapping
like a
wagon,
rocket
baby.
ship strapped to the back of a piano. Ding, 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 ding.
Strapped to a piano. So in the shared wisdom, we're just going to cover this week at Bungie this week. So they did discuss a lack of incentive for players to go flawless, like we spoke about earlier, how it's not as Nightfall. So hopefully they'll make some adjustments to that, give us more than 1 Ascended Shard and whatever other bullshit you get out of that. They are aware of some error codes, people getting kicked from the tower or even getting kicked randomly. They are working on a fix for that. We're giving tools for reporting cheaters in trials. That's not really so much a console thing. We do see some cheaters on console a little bit. I know when Ghost and I were playing with you the other night, there was the hunter that was just crouched there, and we were both laying into him. You ended up getting the kill from behind, but I don't know how we did that guy. I don't know what was going on.
And the week before that, we were dying to magic bows. So that
an Iron Banner.
Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah,
Shameless
so
plug.
there's definitely some wackiness, but if you watch some of the big streamers like Imtash posted a cheating and trials video the
Montage.
other day,
It's like
and
10
yeah, it
minutes
was pretty
long.
wild. Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
They have given us tools for reporting cheaters, so you do have to get footage of it. You do your gamer tag, the gamer tag of the people that you're trying to report. That way, they are taking this seriously. They're trying to make sure that people aren't getting reported for for playing fair. I would hate to get reported for
Banned for
not actually
giving them the
cheating.
wagon. All right. It may seem
Exactly.
like I'm cheating, but really I'm just dicking them down. All right.
Really, you're just using an errand till.
That's right.
Um, this
Aaron
month,
Till,
Bungie will be
cheater.
releasing a
Check out the new
patch
Fusion guide.
2.8.1. Yeah, exactly. 2.8.1, which will bring back the emblem counters for completions in Crucible Strikes, Gambit Forges, seasonal events, blah, blah, blah. Zach, you'll get your Snowball emblem back. You'll get your Forge emblems back, all that. They're investigating issues with certain error codes. Fellwinter's Helm, emblems being blacked with 0 power. We've been seeing that a lot recently. The PDS upgrade and Seraph weapons acquired from season rank. Your seasonal ranks can only be obtained on the character you hit that rank with. They're working on that. Trials armor is not lighting up properly. Issues with Winter's Guile gauntlets not proccing with Celestial Fire. I don't know who uses that exotic anyway. You should be using Transversive Steps. And a couple lore pieces. One of them, By Thy Tongue Be Damned. So they are aware of these issues. They're not, they don't really. They're just quality of life issues, really more than anything. I do like that they're bringing those emblems back because I know some people like Duke Bigums. He worked hard to get 420s and 69s and all that. So,
That's right. That's right. So
yeah, I mean,
I like to
he's
see
not
that
going to.
because I was disappointed because even some of the main ones that got taken out, like the gold medal tracker, like on Iron Banner, and for just like general, like
The
why would you
regular
take that
Crucible
one
Gold
out?
Medal one,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? They kept some of the main ones, like you kept the raid clears. I like that they added the times and stuff. Like I think it's a great bonus. Like I like the tracker system, but I just don't know what they were thinking or how they thought the community was going to respond when they pulled everything. Like, what do you think was going to happen?
Yeah. I mean, people worked hard for those numbers, even if it's stupid activities like forges. Well, they're not stupid activities, but something as simple as a forge. If you grind out 669, go fan and forges, then you're gonna want
I
to
want my
show something for it.
69 out here, right? It's not your decision to take away my
If you
69.
threw 420 snowballs,
I'm a
baby,
grown man.
you should be able to show it. I'm a grown ass man. When I throw 69 snowballs, respect it. Put some respect on that emblem.
I'm done. So yeah, awesome, epic. Yeah, guys. So that's pretty much it. That's all we've got. Like we said, this is gonna be a shorter segment, kind of try and roll through everything, and really just talk about everything Destiny in a little more concise format. Also, when you're watching these back, you'll be able to see the titles on the side and stuff, which should be useful. Like if you guys are watching in playback, you guys can just come back. If you want to hear about trials and the Siva's back talk, then you guys can just cut to those parts of the video. So hopefully you guys like it. Still work in progress, obviously. Our spelling's off, for one. Number two, if you guys have any input on what you guys think, what you liked, what we could do better, and like we said, the Postmaster, we'd love to get your guys' feedback on our Discord, or just hit us up directly. And we're still going to be doing guests and stuff like that on the show, so we look forward to having more people on and kind of doing the same thing, just in a more concise format. So let us know if you like it. Drop a like. It really helps us out if you did like it, and subscribe for more.
Yeah, and if you want our Discord link, if you're watching, if you found this on Instagram, or if you found this, in other places besides on our YouTube, we do have a Discord. It's open to everyone. PlayStation, Xbox, PC, whatever platform you're playing on. We want you in the Discord. We want you chatting it up. We want to see you on. We want to play with you. We want to show you how the wagon rolls, baby.
Give you the wagon so that you can go riding off into the sunset. All right.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, guys, and links are everywhere. So if you can't find a link, DM us, and we'll get you a link. All right.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, as always.
Peace, guys.
We love y'all. Done deal.
You playing the last clip? What'd you do? Okay, that's fine.